Vloggy 485. Morning. It's 11:43. I got up. It's funny because when I say that I slept in, I mean that I slept in, you know, when you think about it in terms of that hour that you normally wake up. But when you take into account what time you went to bed, not really sleeping in anymore. Like if I went to bed at 3:30 in the morning, then getting up at 10:30 is still only 7 hours of sleep, which is what I did. And then I found a couple more missing addresses, and I'm only missing 4 now? 3. I think I'm only missing 3 addresses. So these ones are going out to patrons whose addresses I was able to dig up or who sent them to me in their messages. If you haven't done that yet, Matt, some of you have already started receiving your postcards in the mail. The Europeans, we'll see when they start hitting America, which will be great. There's also a pin toss going on. If you are interested in one of my sister's pins, like the Bowie pin here, you can go on Patreon and you can vote for which one you want to receive, and the popular vote will be given away to some random patron who votes. So even if you're not a patron, you can go vote on these, swing the vote however you feel like, but only patrons will be able to get one. And one of my patrons reminded me to tell you, I mean, all you have to do to support me is $1 a month on Patreon. If you're into it, I really appreciate it. Literally every dollar helps and gets us closer to more goals, more fun things, and goes to improve the vlog. Right now, in small ways, allowing me to pay to go do, go see sites, make videos in places that otherwise I wouldn't be able to go. But it also is really just fun and interactive, and it's a way that you can vote and make me do silly things. Like, for example, I'm gonna put a poll up today about what cities on the West Coast you would want me to visit on a road trip next month, because that is the plan. And I should be able to buy my tickets here in the next day or two, hopefully. Again, depending on whether or not I've actually ever been paid for some of the work I've done recently. Assuming I have, then I'll be on my way to the States, and Patreon is where you can go to vote on what cities you want me to visit. That one is also going to be public because I realize that a lot of you aren't patrons, but you'd still like to meet up, and I'm not limiting my meetups to patrons. The meetups are for YouTube subscribers, but of course with my patrons I might do something special. Odds are very good I will, and so with that in mind, if you want to be in on the special side of things, join Patreon. If you aren't so sure yet, just subscribe, and then I'll be doing a West Coast tour, and I want to meet all of you. So when I put that post out, I'll link to the poll right here. When I link to that poll, please go vote for the city that you're most likely to be able to get to, if you can get to any of them, and if not, hopefully someday I'll be able to traverse the country and see people in other places, because I think it's a lot of fun. I really, really enjoy meeting subscribers. So far, nobody's tried to murder me, and that is the way I want to keep it. So I'm gonna go down to the Peloton and work for a bit. Christian had something for me, so I'm gonna go see him as well. When I went to print in that really crazy, I haven't shaved my head in a while. It's a good sign that I've been really busy and overtired. The state of the cleanliness of my room and whether or not I've shaved my neck/head is a good indicator of how much sleep I've actually been getting, or just overall laziness. I left my thumb drive at that ridiculous print store that we went to the other day to print stuff off. So I need to go, hopefully they will still have that. It does have things on it that I would rather not get, out in the open. Like, well, I guess it doesn't matter. Equifax already put all that stuff out in the open, so I suppose my identity doesn't really matter anymore. But just in case it does matter, I'm gonna try and go get that thumb drive back. And then stuff will happen. Woo! Oh, I'm gonna go, speaking of which, I'm gonna go put these in the mail right now. So, and find food. Decided to go for the demi baguette. It's been a long time, and I spent way too much money on food yesterday. So, the 50-cent option seems like a good option. I'll try to pick up an apple or something along the way too. Not bad. Anyways, there we go. Shouldn't eat while speaking to the camera or cough or sniffle. But what happened last night too, I don't know if you saw the explosion on Twitter from me, because I was rather tired and it was rather late, was I accidentally deleted the project file for yesterday's vlog like halfway through and had to go back and re-edit a lot of it. It was miserable. It was my own fault, and we don't need to get into the details, but just know that it, yeah. Anyways, on our way. I've been caught. Alrighty, we'll see. Hope they're open. Scooters, man, they're the worst. Okay, gonna see if my thumb drive is recoverable here. Hope so. I mean, it's an old school thumb drive, but still, it's covered in information. Filled with information, I mean, whatever. Well, voila. You can actually see it from all the way across the room. He walked over and was looking on like a completely different shelf. And I don't even know if it had thumb drives on it. And so I was like, no, I can see it. Anyways, got it back. Now, I do need to get to the post office, but I think I'm gonna do that after the Peloton. Post office is open later than the Peloton. So this is one success on the day. That's good. Let's go try and knock out another couple. It's a new Squiddy. Never seen that guy before. He's kind of cute. Again, I don't know what character that's referencing, but I feel like I recognize it. There's 3 trees in very different states right there. I got some stuff done, but it got really cold out here. It's terrifying. I'm gonna go continue to get stuff done. These guys are closing. I also need to go mail stuff, and I got a pain au chocolat out of the deal, which was really nice. I like pain au chocolat. I just went to take a photo of the sunset with the disposable camera, and lo and behold, it's full. So just as I finished sending these off, we have a second full disposable camera, which means for those of you who've been dying to have an entire camera to yourself, we're gonna do a giveaway for that too. We already have the giveaway going for the pins right now though, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. And kind of thinking about maybe something else, something special we can do with it. We'll see. Yeah, we'll figure this out. Anyways, I'm gonna go mail these. Also just got an email from my contact, my handler, my whoever, boss or whatever at Google. I haven't talked to them in a while because the project has been over for a while, but they said I still can't tell you, sorry. At least they advised I not. So I don't know what that means necessarily. But if I meet you in person at a meetup, when we do our West Coast tour next week or next month, probably can tell you in person. So if you're curious about what that project I was doing with Google was, just, you know, show up at a meetup and I'll tell you in person. I think that's fine. He said I could tell friends and family. I think if we meet in person, that should count. Why not? See why I was worried about space on these things. These computer printed ones are huge. fan on the street, which is really cool. Madison, it was really nice to meet you. Sorry, I was a little bit caught off guard there for a second. It was awesome though. It was really nice to meet you. And do leave, it sounds like you're going to be around till December, but do leave in the comments below, assuming you see this, whether you're going to be here through November. Oh, sorry. Hopefully that's better. Cheryl and I were talking about doing a meetup in Paris again. I think she was thinking in December. I need to talk with her about that though, because I'm going to need to do it in November. December is going to be a little bit too late for me, obviously, because I'm planning to be in the States at the beginning of December. So, for those of you who are interested in doing a meetup in Paris, feel free to leave a comment below about what kind of days and times work best for you. I'm thinking we'll probably do like a Friday or Saturday evening, meet up somewhere like a pub or something. Last time we did it in a park, we did it in the Tuileries, which was nice. It's pretty. We did a picnic, but it wasn't really the most socially conducive. And then Natasha and I ended up leaving before everybody moved to a cafe, and the cafe ended up being much better for that. So we could also do a cafe for coffee. I'd be open to that as well. I don't know. We'll probably do a Patreon vote because everything is a vote for me right now. I'm doing a lot of polls, and I hope you guys like polls. It's fun because it means like my life, lots of decisions get made for me. Hopefully you guys don't mind all of the notifications for those of you who get those. So anyways, Madison, it was nice to meet you. I'm looking forward to meeting you again, and hopefully I'll get to meet more of you here soon. That's my whole story. I need to find some food. I have a phone call here shortly as well. I was gonna go for a run. I don't have a watch. That's one of the things I miss. I don't know if you guys were around when I used to have my watch. I miss having my watch. It's dead. But what time is it? I'm guessing it's like 6 o'clock, maybe 6:30. Yeah, I can't go for a run. I gotta eat something and then have a phone call at 8. That's my schedule planning going on. Anyways, I gotta get back to work on stuff. When I can tell you about the Google thing, I will, like I said, but just meet me in person, and if you want to know about it, I will tell you in person, because I'm pretty sure that's about all I can do right now. That's like the only secret that's left. Nope, there are 2 secrets. But really, everything's going to come to light eventually.